Well, I've had the Subaru Forester Diesel for 10 years now. It's been a great car. It's still going strong. It's got a problem with the steering though, so hopefully I can fix that. Before we go there, how's it been after 10 years of ownership? How good has the car been? I think it's been fantastic. It's had a few mechanical things replaced, some wear and tear items replaced, which any car would have. So over 10 years, it's on its third set of tyres. Got some good years on recently. It's had a clutch replacement when it was 7 years old, which is just basically wear and tear on a manual transmission car. When it's 6 years old, it's had a new battery, which is basically a wear and tear thing. When it's 4 years old, it's had the main hose that goes into the air intake replaced, which is a bit of a pain. And 4 years later, when it's 8 years old, it needed replacing again. So I've got an aftermarket one this time, which is a silicone one, so hopefully that lasts a bit more than the original Subaru part. And I've had two sets of issues with the steering. So the lower control arms, Subaru's replaced a pair of the bushers in them. I didn't have major problems, it was just noted as a wear and tear thing. And then that was in when it was about 6 years old. Then it was about 7 years old, not much later. I had to get the complete lower control arms replaced with all 3 sets of bushers. So each one's got 3 bushers. So it's 6 bushers in total. So it was easier to replace both lower control arms and all 3 pairs of bushers. Now the car's 10 years old, just 2 and a bit years later, the steering's starting to shake on high speed, fast corners on highway driving, and the control arm bushers are gone again, which is just a pain in the backside. So going to get the lower control arms replaced again for the second time with another 3 pairs of bushers as well. So hopefully that lasts for a while. But anyway, over 10 years there are sort of wear and tear things that happen, so it's just sort of got to put up with it. So it's normal for a car, so things are going to wear out. But overall the diesel's got fantastic fuel economy, about 6 litres per 100 k's. So also forgot to mention I needed the alternator replaced. It was about $1,000 Australian, including labour. Sits at the top here to charge the battery. With a 60k tank, I get about 1,000 kilometres of range on the highway, which is fantastic. I can fit 2 boats on the roof, or skis on the roof. I can put a bike rack on the back, on the tow bar attachment for a penny farthing or e-bike or other bikes. You can also tow with the tow bar. It's just been a fantastic all around SUV vehicle, 4-wheel drive, driving on gravel, on snow, highway driving around town, whatever. With a diesel, if you do lots of short trips, the soot will build up in the exhaust and you've got to do a long trip to sort of heat up the exhaust and do a soot burn. So with a diesel, I'd recommend use it mainly for highway driving, which I do. If you want a car just for around town, I'll probably go with the petrol. But if you're doing a lot of long distance driving on the highway, the diesel is really good for that. So I'll show you a bit of the steering rattling, sort of shuddering and shaking. It's a bit ungainly, a bit scary, but hopefully when I get these lower control arms replaced with their bushers, it fixes the problem. Have had wheel alignment and new tyres and wheel balance, so if you've got any steering issues, that's the first thing you sort of address. But mechanics said the bushers are wearing out again. Apparently it's a problem with Foresters, the lower control arm bushers just wear out. Driving at 80 kilometres an hour. Straight line, it's pretty good. It's more when you do a fast bend. So let's go. So you can hear that. Now it's stopped. I don't know how well this will come out in the GoPro. So straight line, 100 kilometres an hour, it's pretty good. It's more around at the bend. So there's a 2.0 turbo diesel boxer engine in all its glory. Intercooler at the top. Fan belts at the front there. What I like, things that you check, fluid levels, they're all yellow. Windscreen washer, oil filler, radiator, coolant, dipstick, brake fluid, they're all yellow, easy to identify. It's got push button start. $177,000 kilometers on the clock. Infotainment display. Six-speed manual. Standard 5-seater, 60/40 folding rear seats. So it's got a little center console bit with cup holders too. Nice amount of rear legroom. Nice amount of headroom. I'm 172 centimeters high. This model's got a power hatch. Nice, good size boot as well. I've got beautiful Nangar National Park behind me. I should address the elephant in the room, the electric car. Should I get rid of the Forester and replace it with a brand new Solterra all-electric Subaru? Well, it's an interesting idea, but Solterra is not available yet in Australia in 2023, and there also is a big environmental cost with creating a new electric car. You've got to mine the lithium, mine all the steel and iron to make the vehicle, all the greenhouse gases involved in water usage and producing the vehicle. So a brand new electric vehicle, it actually has an environmental cost to make it, and it's not for years and years in the future that it actually starts to become carbon neutral or carbon positive. So I think it's a good idea to keep your existing diesel or petrol vehicle, maintain it and look after it, because the greenhouse gases involved in making my Forester diesel have already been spent, they're already expelled into the atmosphere. So you might as well keep the car you've got, maintain it and look after it for as long as possible to try and reduce the environmental impact. In my car, for short trips I use the e-bike and only use the Forester for long trips if I can.
1 week later.
So I hope you enjoyed this Subaru Forester video. The steering's all fixed now with the new lower control arms, no vibration at high speed around corners. Touch wood, the car's going to last a few more years. So I've been really happy with the Forester. As with any mechanical device, it's had a few repairs over the 10 years, but hopefully this new repair lasts longer than the previous lower control arms. I'll keep trucking along with the Subaru Forester Turbo Diesel 6-speed manual. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you liked the video. See you next time.